Yeah, marketing expertise. Most of you know, my expertise is actually more on the leadership and training side. Definitely over the past decade, I've been a part of no marketing and very, very huge marketing. And so I've been able to just really see the pros and cons of, through my leadership, getting my team on board to help that marketing along, right? So it's not just spending dollars, getting the team to show up and actually be the marketing army, right? So that's where I'm at.
Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Vaughn, CEO of HireBus. Also own a few home service businesses. One of them is called Wise Coatings. We launched in 2020. It's a garage floor epoxy coatings company. Grew that from $0 to $2 million a month in about 4 years. About 39 locations across the country right now. And I love talking about sales and marketing. So if anyone has questions on how to incentivize salespeople, the differences between company-generated leads and sales-generated leads, self-generated leads, how to structure that, anything related to math, data, marketing and sales science, happy to dive in.
Awesome.
This guy's also speaking tomorrow. Do not.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm Tim Crouch. I've been in the gutter industry for 22 years. When I initially started my first gutter company, it was pretty much the year the yellow pages quit working. So none of us really knew what to do at all. And I pretty much have done it all and figured out what's worked and what hasn't worked, at least for me. And so I feel like I can help you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim.
What's up, everybody? My name's Evan. I am from Mr. Pipeline. So I have about 10 years in your digital marketing side of your business, your Google stuff, your SEO, your web design. I've also helped a lot of business development. I'm at no way at these guys' level, but as far as helping somebody that's just starting off, as far as helping someone that's been in the game for a while, but you don't understand the digital market or where to turn to, I can definitely help guide you and hold your hand and give you the best advice possible of what you should do. So again, I've got about just under 10 years experience in that personally.
Awesome. Go ahead, Nick.
I'm Nick Staten. I'm here locally. I live in South Fulton. I own Wet and Wild Pressure Washing. My expertise would be content, getting people past being scared to get on video. I've got 13,000 followers, and I also have built my business up running off of no ads, spending no money whatsoever, and building it up to doing $372,000, and continue to grow every single year pretty well without spending any money.
Love it. And Nick, you're also speaking later today as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
at 2 o'clock.
Good deal, good deal. So let's kick it off first. Let's start with a question about marketing.
All right, who wants to go, guys? Raise your hand. Let's go. Don't be shy. All right, Tom, let's go. Listen, guys, you're not going to have this much firepower in one room sitting up front this often, so make sure you shoot your shot. What's your name, business name, and go. And what's your question?
I'm Tom Anthony from Syracuse, New York. We own Max Flow Seamless Gutters and Northeast Specialty Gutter Supply. We've been in business 12 years. With the slowing economy, we've all been hearing it. How are you guys looking to bulletproof your companies with some outside-the-box marketing strategies?
So one of the things that we've been focusing a lot of time on is just building out a referral network. So in my company specifically, we'll go to like Data Axle and look up SIC codes of every business in our service areas that service the exact same customers we do. So in your guys' case, you could have all kinds: cleaning businesses, landscapers, siding companies, roofing companies. I call every single one of them, or my salespeople call every single one of them, and we just talk about like, hey, we have customers that ask us all the time, looking for really good roofers. We found you online. Could you tell us about yourself? And then they tell you all about themselves, and at the end, they're like, well, what do you do again? And then you tell them, oh man, we have a lot of people that need that done too. And for me, in us, we've been able to lower our marketing spend by about 60% and see the exact same results with hardly any additional marketing spend. It just takes time. So I tee up all of our salespeople across the country to call down those lists. We tee them up with the lists. They call down, and the goal is to meet in person, exchange business cards, and start nurturing and cultivating a relationship. It doesn't happen right away, but it's a good long-term play, and that way you're getting access to hundreds, thousands of customers by making one connection, as opposed to going out and just doing the one-to-one game of residential marketing.
That's great. That one-to-many approach is really special.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've been doing at Mother's Gutters, it is a more challenging economy right now. When you pay to play, you're going to have competition, and I'm not against paying to play. We run ads, we do all of that. But if you start networking, it's like you got an 80 to 90% chance that you're going to close that deal because they're not calling 3 or 4 other people. They're basing their decision off of what their buddy told them. And it kind of breaks the trust factor. It speeds it up to where they trust you really quick. So we're doing more networking. Lisa's been doing a couple chapters. What's the name of that?
Yeah, so through we'll just start a referral in our network.
Referral network. And then
we have a networking packet that we put together that we bought some lists, right? Essentially, we bought some lists, and we spent a couple months building out a network, basically just a reach out packet. Hey, here's who we are, here's what we offer, and we can reach 2,500 people over the period of a week or two through our CRM. And so the minute we had some of our Gutter Growth members help us kind of warm up that email, and the minute it was warmed up, we sent out our first 10, we got our first referral, we have our first estimate next week for a $60,000 apartment complex that the guy said, I'm not looking for anybody else, and as long as you can be in between the $8 and $9 foot range, I'm all in. That was our first 10 of 2,500. So now every day, I think we're sending out 40 or 50. And again, we're not against pay to play, but that's this other avenue that we're taking.
And so, she's been doing that and going to chapters and,
the NPI.
Every bid that I get from her, we sell. And so if you can get people to refer you more, local Chamber of Commerce, look on local Facebook groups. If there's no networking in your area, create it. We just started, I got a little coffee shop, and we started our first speed networking event last week. We're going to do it 2 times a month.
Yep.
You could go to big events, and it could be hard to network because you feel like you got to talk to someone you know when there's 200 people in the room. But if it's small events or really cool, if you can get 20, 25 people in the room and have people at different tables and just have questions set up for them, tables of 2 to 3, 4 people at a time, and swap them so everyone could kind of make their rounds, actually get to know everyone. I did that last week, and we have a plumbing company that's really big in our area. I noticed on Facebook the other day, someone asked, who's a good gutter guy in our area? She was already recommending us, and, the community already trusts her. And so when you're dealing with people that are in the networking space, they know a lot of people, and that's what they do is they recommend. So if you can do that, I think it will help make it not so competitive.
Love it.
To that point, I want to let Nick respond to that as well. Follow Brandon's story about $0, right? We're somewhat implementing that in our Mother's Gutters journey right now. We started that business with $0.
Mm-hmm.
We have a huge announcement for you guys later about the next chapter of Mother's Gutters. $0, we started that bid. We weren't even spending money on marketing.
I got tired of marketing companies scamming me.
Let them know.
When I first started or revamped Wet and Wild, in 6 months I did 84,000, and I was like, well, this is where I need to put my focus. Then the following year I did 84,000 in the whole year with putting probably, $15,000, $20,000 into marketing and didn't get nothing. Or didn't really know how to track it and find out if I was really even getting anything from it. So I cut it all off in 2021. 2022, we did 184,000. 23, we did 240. 2024, we did 372. And I just chose not to go back into spending money into it until I built up the brand awareness. And it's more about getting your brand out there and becoming an authority in your area so that everybody knows who you are. I don't pay attention to other companies. I couldn't tell you hardly any other pressure washing company that's in my area, but they all know who I am. I don't focus on residential. I focus more on commercial. I'm more of a post-construction cleanup company. So I attract my customers, and how I attract them is by getting on camera, making reels, putting stories out about everything that I do, and basically just opening up and being completely authentic about who I am, because you're going to break that like, trust, and know how to do it factor. And that's really what it boils down to, is those three things. And if you can break that before your customer ever even knows who you are and basically finds you, then you don't really have to sell them. Yeah. They come to you wanting to do business. And that's pretty much how just about all our business comes to us. Plus other companies reach out to us and give us work. So don't be exposed, or don't turn down sub work. I mean, that's free marketing. Yeah. You might not make as much, but it gets your guys out there, it keeps money coming in, and then you continue doing what you normally do. So.
Love it.
Show of hands. Who's ready for the next question? All right, cool. Let's go over here. I'll come to you after.
All right. Thanks, John. Jeremy Leach from Southern Indiana. We're new to gutters. Been doing it since February. I think we've spoke to a few of you. It's went well. We're hitting 2 trailers already, but we're at that advertising, marketing, where does money need to be spent? So this is really good. But as far as an advertising part of things, like we're trying to own the community right now before we branch out to, to other surrounding counties and so forth. So is it smart? Is it not smart to spend that local money for advertisement? Like we just sponsored a Soup Sioux Chili Brew for like $4,500 for our community Chamber of Commerce deal. But we're the main lead sponsor for the whole event. Like, is that stuff smart right now, trying to build that? Or is that not where you would put that money and that resources to get going, I guess?
I would say, like, if you're just starting off, I mean, some people hit it straight off the rip, putting money into marketing. I'm not going to sit here and say that marketing's not a way to go. But I would really more focus on just building up your brand awareness, too, so that people actually know who you are and getting that stuff out. Constantly wearing shirts and stuff like that represent who you are, because at the end of the day, you're your number one business card. So, I mean, you can put a lot of money into marketing, and if they don't know who you are, that marketing company ends up leaving, then you're shit out of luck. So.
And I'll follow up on that one. Brand awareness is everything. That was 50% or more of our speech that we gave yesterday, especially in a new market, right? There's in your worlds, in his worlds, in the Christmas light world, the $99 guy exists everywhere. So that's one of your biggest competitions, because pricing is everything to your guys' customers. So I would stick with the brand. You can definitely spend money locally, right? You can build out your website more. You can spend that local marketing stuff. But by dropping all that money sponsoring events, that money's probably better off utilized somewhere else right now, like building the brand of your business, spending that money on maybe getting a photographer or something, build content, get all that built out. So when you are able to present yourself to Mrs. Jones, you look like that stand-up business in the local community and not just another business. There's many more things you can talk about that, where to put it, but I do believe personally, and follow up with his statement, is put it into the brand, put it in some other local avenues, and not just sponsoring events. Do that down the road. But I do believe that is a good idea once it comes time for that.
Awesome. Thank you. Got another question over here?
So, Justin, Voodoo Industries out of Cocoa, Florida. So I've been starting to get into doing the videotaping of the job sites and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's just basic. I'm going around showing. I want to find a way to learn how to actually, like, edit and do anything alone, like make the videos pop.
Get a VA.
Get a VA. I'm working on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a $9 an hour task. Like you guys probably feel that we market Gutter Growth and Gutter Summit pretty well. You see us all over the internet. I promise you, that's not me and Grant doing that.
I do all. I don't pay anybody.
That's a good question for.
I don't pay anybody to do any of my content stuff. I'll be riding around on my zero-turn lawnmower doing a job and making content at the same time. I put out anywhere from 5 to 9 pieces of content a day. That's 200. I think I'm up to like 258 pieces of content in the last month. It's not hard for you to be able to do it. I mean, if you want to put money into someone else to do it just because you don't have the time, maybe you got kids and all of that. I don't have kids. I don't have none of that. So it's second nature to me. I mean, you could sit here and just literally pull out your phone. What's up? I'm Nick Staten. I'm out here at the Gutter Summit 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia, speaking to all these people, and they're coming here to learn a little bit about organic marketing and all kinds of different stuff to help their business.
That's
and
it.
It's just like that. You can turn around and try to make it perfect, but people pick up on people trying to make things perfect. You know, I messed up a little bit in that video, but I'll turn around and post that as content, and it'll get a lot of attraction. So it's better off just to send it. Yeah. Or you don't have to be perfect. Yeah, just do it, and then get on CapCut. CapCut's really good to use because what you want to do is you want to have captions down at the bottom, because not everybody is listening, but they're watching. They may be at work, maybe around family or something like that, and they like to read.
Great advice, Nick. Thank you. Yep, got one over here.
Hey, hi everybody. Scott Reese, Dunright Roof and Gutters, Houston, Texas. I'm going to try not to swear because there's ladies in the group here, but I want to talk about Yelp for just a minute. So I've worked with Yelp twice now, and second time I've got a great person I work with, but the results are I don't know if they're getting my ROI. And the person I'm working with is really great, really trying. We've been at it about 4 months, and I'm spending maybe a couple grand a month trying to stay out there. So anyway, does anybody have an experience with Yelp, and is it something at all, a little bit, front part of the business?
By a show of hands, who here searches for companies using Yelp? Nobody. It's for restaurants.
I'm on the West Coast.
Is it working out over there?
Well, here's the real answer. Who knows? I mean, if you don't test it, how can you say for sure? And I think this is the big thing a lot of people feel really weird about when it comes to marketing, is they take too much of the influence of what someone else's experience is as fact about whether or not a channel is successful. We spend $80,000 a month on Angie. Who here loves Angie? Raise your hand. Who here thinks that Angie's the biggest scam on the planet? Raise your hand. Weird. Why would... Sure. Yeah. No one likes them. No one likes getting the lead resold several times. So it's just like, I know people that do 7 figures a month just off of direct mail, period. That's all they do. But they become masters at it. They continually work with that channel, and they tweak, they track, and then they optimize it. So with Yelp, there is a way that it works out really good if you test it, you track the results, and then you work to optimize it. So in our locations, we go through and we optimize the hell out of them. We put all the portfolios in there. We put the ads. We put the copy. We introduce the owners' names. We have pictures on there. Thumbtack is one of the best channels that we have right now with our company, and it's because we literally have pictures of the owners on there. We went from $0 to $100,000 a month with Wise Coatings in 4 months. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't record any of my stuff. I used 100% marketing agencies, and we tested and we tracked and tweaked everything. And the way that I got to $100,000 a month was, how fast could I spend $10,000 in a month in marketing? And a lot of people just think too small when it comes to how much you should spend in marketing. You know, it's like, it's a science experiment at the end of the day. And if you can look at exactly how much you pay per lead, what your conversion rate is from your leads to actual estimates that you're able to give, there's your booking rate. And then how many estimates you close in a job, there's your closing rate. And you track, okay, I spend $5,000 on Yelp, Angie, Facebook, Google, who cares what the channel is. And here's how many leads I got, here's how many estimates I got, here's what my closing ratio is, what's my ROI. Every channel you do, every single month, that one single exercise will make you more money than you can possibly imagine. Because all marketing is buying customers. Full stop. That's it. It's just buying customers. And guess what? You can buy customers with your time. Is time free? Why? Why isn't time free?
Opportunity cost.
Yeah. You know, the time can be spent doing a lot of different things. And the wealthy people think in terms of time. They don't think in terms of money. And if you can save time and focus and giving away your lower leverage tasks to focus on your highest leverage tasks that no one else in your company can do, you will see success way faster. So just keep in mind when it comes to your marketing and your spend, at the end of the day, it comes down to testing it, tracking the results, and then optimizing it. And you just keep that cycle kind of going.
100%. Love it.
And
Great answer.
side note, Brandon was a contributor in my book, and there's a reason why. He's one of the most brilliant people I've ever met in my life. He's like a brother, and I'm telling you, plug in.
Thank you, John.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Southwest Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains. And I've spoke to a couple of you in the past. I worked with Tina Hart. I haven't seen her. I worked with her for the first part of my 3 years of being in gutters. I have an issue, I think. And the issue is, have I meet my cap of where I am located? We have 3 stoplights in our town. And I hit about $50,000 a month. And right now, my town wants to charge me with 13 Class 3 misdemeanors for putting out yard signs. And I tell them, if that's my acquisition cost, then I'll pay it. And and they hate that because I also flip infrastructure of the commercial land. That's a separate business. But still, do I need to diverse, or do I need to focus down and try to expand somehow of increasing the revenue in that same area, or do I need to go out to other towns?
Great question.
My two cents on that. What are you doing annually, gross?
This year would be $500,000 with 3 people.
Okay. What's the per capita income there? The average median household income?
It's probably around $50,000. It's not much. It's factory work everywhere.
Typically, we recommend somewhere between $1.6 million and $2.4 million per location in the gutter industry. So, what's your average close? Like dollars close?
2,700.
2,700 is your average sale?
Yes.
What about dollars closed look at? That's a completely different metric.
I don't know.
Okay. What are you selling per foot?
Typically around $12 to $13 for 6-inch.
Are you just selling builder grade stuff, or are you offering anything exceptional?
Well, I'm selling Leaf Blaster Pro, but no.
But are you K-style, corrugated, builder grade?
K-style, yep.
Yeah, I would look at getting and opening up your market with a different type of machine and style of downspout. You got to separate yourself. You got to take and look at your market share, what's there left for you right now, and then decide if you want more and take more of it. One
thing I've seen, I built some box cutters out of steel this past week, and it was 60 feet for $7,000, and they paid it. So
start attacking that. Stop attacking all the builder grade stuff.
Right.
You're going to double and triple your revenue 6 months to a year by doing that. I encourage everybody to get away from the corrugated and the K-style.
And is that buying a machine, or is that subbing that out, chop and drop, putting that up, or what do you think is the fastest rate to get?
Talking about that. I was
Thanks.
Real quick
Thank you.
question. What's your population in your town?
It's like 5,000.
And then how far of a drive till your next bigger market, and how big is that market?
20 minutes.
And how big is that market, like population?
There's someone in here. It was a Gutter Barn. Where are they at?
Well, just how big is that one?
I don't know.
Where are you located?
It's Fancy Gap, Virginia. Right on the side of the mountain.
Well, I'll just share like a really quick story. When we had my company All Clean, the way that we grew was we would literally just go and open up a location that was 40 minutes away from us, an hour away from us, and then we just expanded out. We duplicated our exact process, and we'd hire locally. We would put a truck in there locally. We get a salesperson there locally, and that's how we were able to like triple in size in 1 year. And it was literally we were adding one truck a week. I'm sorry, a month, not a week. One truck a month. Our last year with my cleaning business. And it just came from growing those individual locations out. So I wouldn't necessarily frown at the idea of going outside your service area, hiring some technicians there locally, and a salesperson, and still operating your headquarters at a central location, and then having a production manager or someone go back and forth between those locations, making sure you have inventory, vehicles are doing good, training technicians, et cetera. It'd be easy to kind of grow that way without having to just, have people drive around everywhere.
That's a great strategy. Yep. Another question over here, Johnny?
I'm Logan Hartman with Mastercraft Gutters. We're located in Cumming, Georgia. My question would be, what should be the key focus for a small business? That's the owner. Essentially, he's running all of the marketing side, paying for the marketing side. He's running all of the sales call, all the sales leads, and we have 2 guys and 1 truck. We do a lot of custom work, and we want to venture into that. And I guess, what would be the key focus to grow into that, and then also expand as a business as a whole? Because right now we don't have a lot of room to delegate work because we're so tight on employees. What would be the key points to focus on?
So you're wanting to get more into the custom market, like different profiles, that type of thing?
Right. We want to expand out there because, in our crew, just with me, the other guy, and 1 other employee that comes on part-time, we have over 30 years of experience in doing gutters. So we're all very experienced, and we want to venture out into that.
What is your approach right now for getting that type of work, since you're wanting to go more in that direction? I got you.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would do, I was pretty big in the custom market in Florida. I had pretty much every profile. I had 6, 7, 8-inch K-style. I had 6-inch Euro box, 6-inch standard box. I had 7-inch D-style, 6-inch half round, and 8-inch half round. What I did is you want to make sure that you're building out separate pages on your website for all of these profiles, so that way, SEO-wise, you're going to start pulling up in the searches. Another little trick, I don't really like telling people this because it's my trick, but you could run a separate AdWords campaign. And, you have your main campaign where K-style is going to get clicked all day, and so it's going to spend. If your budget's $200 for the day or whatever it is, and you had so many clicks that your budget's out, and now all of a sudden this copper job comes and he's searching you and your budget's tapped out, you're not going to get that lead. So what I would do is I would separate the AdWords campaign and have all my custom keywords on a particular campaign with a decent ad spend, which is never going to get clicked. You're never going to spend it because these profiles are not getting searched all day, every day.
So rare.
So I just don't want to lose that bid because on my regular campaign, it got tapped out.
Right.
So I keep it separate, and every time someone searches for that, they're not going to search for it all the time. It's a rare profile, say it's half round. But every time they do search for it, because I got a high budget and my budget's not getting tapped out, I will be the one on top.
Introduce them so people, you just do more content about it. Introduce it to the community, right? Their Mother's Gutters website's completely built out with every profile they offer because yes on the SEO, yes on the content, yes it allows your consumers to go to your website and choose the different styles. Put your colors on there too if you can do different colors. get all that out there, because your website's going to be like the first place someone stops to look at you for the most part. So get all out there, get your branding, and like I said, make some content videos individually of what you guys are offering, and then take it from there.
Nice.
My name's Isaac Spearman. I'm from York, Pennsylvania. I just started a gutter business about 2 weeks ago. I put 8.
There we go. There we go.
I did 8,200 in collected sales my first week. I do have business experience. I have a real estate business. I have a couple hundred rental properties. When I scaled my real estate business, I did it all virtual. So I was just wondering if you guys could talk on, I just want to scale this business as fast as possible. And my idea was to do virtual sales. I don't really want to go door to door. I'd like to do it all virtually. And can you talk on, can you do that in this industry? Or should I really be going door to door?
I'm a door-to-door person, but and I'll give this to Grant, but our coach, our sales coach, Chris Dabrowski, that guy has an incredible close rate on virtual. It could absolutely be done, and I'll let Grant follow up on it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it really depends on your city and state, and then how educated you are and how dedicated you are to your branding, right? There can be... You guys know some of the numbers. I did about $16 million in gutters in 4.5, 5 years, these past 4 and 5 years. And we weren't going to do that all virtually. It just wasn't going to happen. There's a lot of clients that are anti that. In fact, the reason that they bought with us is because of the expert and high-level communication and branding right at their face and then asking for the business. So do you want to scale it as fast as possible to 800,000, or do you want to scale it as fast as possible to 800 million? So I'll let Brandon probably clarify a little better on that. But I don't think you're going to get to 800 million. I don't think you're going to get to 8 million not doing some stuff to the doors yet.
I mean, I also want to just put in the thing that we have 100% in-person sales with my business. So I don't believe that in-person sales is a inhibitor to fast scale. You just go out and hire a bunch of really amazing salespeople. The upside of doing in-person sales is knock at the neighbors of every single doors, have them bring back their own leads and estimates. That's a big one. Upside is their eyes on a house that logistically, when you have technicians come and show up for an install, they're a line of defense to make sure that there aren't unforeseen problems that cause scheduling, callbacks. We don't have the right stuff. We got to come back. Every day that you don't have a truck running is thousands of dollars in lost production. So there's an upside there. Now, that being said, there's a cool technology called Live Switch that allows you to have a customer hop on virtually and do live video streaming. I'd have you check that out. I do believe that people are going more virtual. Maybe there's a demographic of people that really are virtual averse, but I think that things are going to be shifting, and if you can dial in a process really well, I think it could be worthwhile, but you just need to know there's going to be trade-offs. You got to kind of mitigate against those risks.
You're going to have higher ticket prices if you go in person. You're going to see problems that you're not going to be able to see on the internet. It could be, I don't know, underground drainage is a good add-on service. It's very profitable. You're not going to see that the pitch of the ground is going towards your house on the internet. But when you go there, you could see, oh, wait, if I just have the downspout dumping here, the water's going to stay at your foundation. Like literally your foundation's going towards your house. You're not going to be able to see these type of things. So you're going to have higher ticket prices by going in person for sure. You're just going to see more stuff.
Thank you, guys. Got one back here? Yeah.
What's up, guys? Zach White, Elevation Gutters, College Station, Texas. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
I want to hear a little bit about AI. Show of hands, who's using it currently? Can y'all talk about that a little bit, as far as no missed calls, no missed texts, et cetera?
Yeah, we use it a ton. So one of the biggest ways is all of our sales people and my electricians in my electrical business, we use AI ride-alongs. So we were using Rilla. We've also tried Sora. What we use now are Plod AI note pins. So these right here. And we built out just basically a really lightweight custom app where our salespeople, when they go out, they push the button. It's really inconspicuous. records the calls, and does a full analysis against what our sales training manuals and playbooks look like. And then it'll output scorecards into our dashboards and listen to the recordings, see how well they follow the scripts, etc. Way cheaper than some other platforms, but it did take some build process on that. We're using AI a ton right now on marketing. So we're sending one-off postcards to homeowners using AI right now with photos of their houses. And there's something, it's like crazy how well it's converting. We're seeing like a 6x increase on ROI and click-through rates, where we're basically like dynamically recording videos of their home with me talking to the homeowner, showing them their house on Google Maps. And it's like a dynamic QR code that's printed on every single one of the things they can like scan and watch this custom video that I recorded just for them. So there's a lot of crazy new things that you can use with AI. And I mean, it's unreal how it can be used as a tool if you combine the human creativity element to it. Because it's going to become where AI is not a competitive differentiator anymore. It's just a tool. And that human creativity part is what actually makes it really special. Yes and yes. So the post is direct mail. So we this is something we just built just for our company. I don't sell this or anything, just to be clear. But we have postcards that have the picture of their house on the front of the postcard, a QR code that they can scan that takes them to a landing page that's a one-off. It's dynamic just for them. And it says, "Hey, Mary, my name is Brandon with Wise Coatings. We were doing some of your neighbors' homes. We just saw you on Google Maps and looked you up here and taking a look at your home. You have a beautiful home. Just want to show you some of the stuff that we do." And then we kind of like walk through our before and after process. But when a customer gets the postcard, they see their house, they see a little video screen preview of me like talking to them, and a QR code that says, "Scan to watch this video I recorded for you." Like we've seen the most crazy, ridiculous click-through rates ever. And so, yeah, mass direct mail. Yeah, I'm not recording them one at a time. Not recording them one at a time. But if there's any nerds in here, N8N, Supabase, like some of these tools that enable you to create unbelievable campaigns and things at scale. At some point, I'd love to do like a whole AI like workshop to talk about how to build this kind of stuff, because that would be really cool.
Let me ask you a question. Would you guys be interested in having Brandon help you guys build out something special for our industry for AI? Yes. That wasn't really that loud. Would you guys be interested in having? All right, B. We're gonna set that up.
I'll talk about it.
All right.
I have nothing to sell on that front. Just to be clear.
Okay. He's not gonna sell it, but I mean, he could serve our community. Am I right? Yeah. Come on, guys.
I want to just add real quick what we're doing, and we're still perfecting it at Mother's. We're using Customer Closer. Mm-hmm. So Chloe, essentially, we're a very small business. My wife is still answering the phone at the moment, but sometimes she's on the phone with me or Tim or a client, and it is all about not missing that other phone call. So Chloe is answering as artificial AI. That sounds exactly like another female, and she introduces herself and starts taking information. Now, Lisa can pick up and get involved in that conversation at any time. So if someone says, "Hey, is this AI? I don't want to talk to AI," then Lisa can jump in directly. In conjunction with the way that all of that can work and happen, through Drip Jobs, Tanner has also built out something really cool. As people start to fill out their form, that initial form, there's like a video test that's sent to them to see if they really want to be educated about gutters. So it's just got a couple intentional videos that say, well, what do you know about gutters? And here's what we want to tell you about them. So while they fill out their form, in order to continue filling out the form, they just have to watch these little short informational videos, which are packed with our branding, family-owned, branding, Mothers, Mom Said So, all that stuff. Not K-style, not corrugated, 4-inch round, half round, Euro, all of that stuff in the pictures. That way when we get to them, Chloe can say, well, what kind of system are you looking to get a quote on? Builder grade or something a little bit better? Well, I don't know the difference. We immediately can start sending them pictures of what it is. to control the sale.
It's incredible, guys. So unfortunately, we got one more question. Time for one more question right now. Hope everyone's getting tremendous value. Sorry, John's over here.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm from IBM Seamless Gutters. We have a small company, and I don't have a question, but I want to share something that some people have questions about marketing. I do my own marketing with our small business. And I hear implement AI and everything, but AI will not do anything to you if you don't do anything for your own business. I feel like we are a rocket company because we just take off, and now we are like flying. We are like doing stuff. We feel in the past that we didn't have leads. So we're like, hey, what will we need to do? And we call people. We send them emails. We send them letters like, hey, we are here. And that really helped us. Like people were calling us and more like about homeowners because that is our target. Like we need to do that for like people around us. Like, hey, we need to help you out. And I send letters to the houses like, dear neighbor, and then I don't know the names, but I just like put the address and everything. And before we were spending a lot of money on Google Ads. I run on Google Ads. Well, not anymore because of algorithm. How you say it? Algorithm help us now a lot because I post every day, so I don't need to pay anymore for. We don't need to pay anymore for Google Ads, which was so expensive, with like $10,000, and I was like, my husband was like, "Hey Jesse, are you doing it well?" And I was like, "I'm not sure," but I was taking classes for Google Ads, and that was really helping us a lot.
So that's a good point you made about making calls. What I like to give advice for some people is, especially starting off, if you're a new company, you need a good base of repeat customers that are, contractors, roofers, builders, property managers. And one of the best ways to do that is you could get a data list broker and get a hold of them, tell them your territory, and then tell them what criteria you want. You want roofers, you want builders, general contractors. I like property managers because they're less price sensitive. They're just looking to really have someone that's going to take care of their customer. If you get a list of 1,000 names and you're serious and you make 50 calls per day and you do that 5 days a week, within 1 month's time and 4 weeks, you'll get through the whole list. Look, cold calling sucks. If you suck at it and you only do a 1% response, like 1 out of 100 people, if you're willing to hear 99 no's to get 1 yes, and you get through that list in 4 weeks, you're going to have 10 contractors that are going to give you repeat business. It might be 1 job every 2 months. You might get someone that's going to give you 3 jobs a week. But I promise you, if you have 10 relationships that are a repeat type of relationship, you're going to have a good base of business coming in that you're not paying for marketing for. And you could take those profits and reinvest it into, I'm a big believer in AdWords. Yes, it's expensive. It's not about how much you're spending on ads. It's about knowing what is the lead costing me? What is my close ratio? If my close ratio is 50%, the lead's costing me $150, it's costing me $300 to close that job. I don't care what it costs me if I know what my average ticket price is. If I know that every time that I spend $300, I'm going to bring in a $3,000 job, who gives a shit about the $300? So I'm not against ads, but there's a lot of value and getting those relationships and making the calls. So I think that's great.
Very good, Tim. Yeah, we got one more right over here.
My name is Nick Hansen. I came from Minnesota. Sorry, I have a couple questions about the Facebook comment here. So when you're posting Facebook, I understand that you have to go through a direct funnel in order to make some keywords or something. What would you say are the top 5 keywords you would use for getting the direct traffic, I suppose?
It's not about keywords. More or less, when I make videos, I talk about the city that I'm in, and just kind of explain what I'm doing, and the algorithm picks it up And then next thing you know, you'll have all kinds of people commenting on there. How the heck did this get on my feed? So, I mean, I don't really use a whole lot of keywords. It's just, let's see. I don't really have a blueprint to anything that I do. I just kind of do a lot of things off my head. That's because at the end of the day, a lot of people make it harder than what it is, trying to make it perfect. And it's not really about being perfect. So like, for one video, all I put on there was Flatiron Restaurant, and then tag my company, and then hashtags. Another thing that you could do is turn your personal page into a business page, and that's pretty much what I've done. A lot of people do it backwards and just go off of their business page, and your business page is only going to get so much traction. But if you can turn your personal into a business page, then I've got 13,000 followers off of that, and everybody knows who I am, because it really boils down to them knowing who you are than just your business. And you got to give them a variety of different things as well too. Don't burn them out on just one subject, and that would be just, a lot of y'all are gutter companies. So if you just posted just gutters all day long, I'd get burned out and never follow you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Guys, thank you so much. I hope everyone found tremendous value in this discussion.
Did you guys find value here or what?
Let's give it up to the experts.